Well, hello trainers, greetings, KuroBlitz here. Welcome back to another video of the Liko Library podcast. It's the last one for now, episode 9, the 10th one. Kinda crazy, isn't it? These are going to be the tweets that I'm going to show for the year of 2025, so let's end this with, a great last hurrah, shall we? I think this is going to be all amazing, man. What was I doing in January, in the beginning of this year specifically? Let us see. Honestly, I still think about this. Dude, if Rowlet had Sleep Talk, that would have been amazingly beneficial for him. And with the Z Crystal, he could use any Z move version of any attack while using just one crystal. That would be cracked, bro. Then he would be God. What's this? Imagine if, instead of Gary saving the day in the end of the Orange Islands arc, it would be Brock instead with an epic entrance akin to AG, but it would be Graveler Explosion. And then he would reveal that he evolved this mon, and honestly, yeah, as much as I like Gary showing up with the cape, this would have been such a cool Brock moment, man. Way better than, being in the middle of the street. Yeah, 3 in Kanto, 3 in Galar, 3 in Kanto, 3 in Galar, yeah, honestly, could have been amazing. Yeah, Beyond the Limit, dude, a Jirachi movie would be so cool. Ash's team could have locked in if they removed the blue bastards. Yeah, replace Lucario for Volcarona and replace Dracovish for Ice Cube. Dude, that would have been amazing. And then you have no type repeats, really. Liko versus Juliana will be the Jaden versus Yugi of the 2020s. Oh yeah, because the thing, the crisis of Area Zero is already solved. Journey's rewrites and Anipoke what ifs are the new top 10s. Bro, Abdul was preaching with this, man. Yeah. Becoming a Tengu. Okay. Nice little nod, I like it. Past and future. Dude, that would be amazing for them. Gurumin shippers would be eating well. Liko versus Lucius in the end of Horizons. Yeah, nah, it's not gonna be that. Lucius is in the other paradise. I kid you not, there's a 0.007% chance that Ash's team was never meant to have Galar Pokemon, since the two present have repeated types. Yeah, because Dracovish is Dragon and the Surfetch is fighting. And that the Journey's team was gonna be species who could Gigantamax. Yeah, because bro, I could see Dragonite and Lucario getting Gigantamax forms in the DLC. La Chancla again, bro, smacking the fly with the boot. Bro, so funny. Lucius would be amazing with this team, bro. Sky, Plain, Sea, Jungle, Peaks, Deserts, all environments to try to find these Pokemon. And once again, all of these Pokemon, they basically have all of the 18 types. Because they are all dual type and then they have Terra types, bro. Would be so cool. What's this? Yeah, again, yeah, it's still, yeah, okay, yeah, episode 79, Jesus. This would have been so cool if Ash evolved these four, man. The two waters and the two fightings. That would have been amazing. Born to DP, forced to JN. Bro, poor duck. Poor duck. What's this? He would turn 13 in the end. Okay. This was because red is 14. Honestly, bro, this would have been amazing. Dual evolution. Because fighting beats dark, but fighting beats steel. Bro, this would have been great. Yeah, the 5-8 shams, baby, the 5-8 shams. Yeah, we got the time skip separation. Yeah. We got a time skip separation. Yeah. I do agree with you, man. Like, bro, like, dude, the Battle Chateau should have not just been one location like in the games. There should have been several Battle Chateaus. You could have given the rivals of the games a lot more focus. And bro, give Clement a W, man. Clement needs something. Had Big Knight evolved in episode N because of Charizard and Oshawott and Decolor Islands. I can see a scenario where Ash's resolve in the end of BW resonates with his Unova team, and he would bring Snivy, Scraggy, Boldor, etc. as permanent rotating 6 members of the Kalos League. Yeah, like, you know, like if X and Y was the Johto to BW Scanto, yeah, honestly, bro, Ash had a 6th slot in Kalos all the time. Rotate your BW mons. This, man, I'm just making memes at this point. Given how Dragon Ball Daima is a celebration piece of the franchise's 40th anniversary, imagine this for the Anipoke in 2027 for the 30th one. A 12-26 episode series starts in April, retelling the adventures of Ash and Pikachu, but it echoes and tackles the events of the... Yeah, because like, bro, I Choose You, different story. It's still Ash and Pikachu. The Ripple in Time, Celebi Short, different story. It's still Ash and Pikachu. As long as you have Ash and Pikachu, people don't care what version it is. Bro, if we got an Electric Tail if the Electric Tail manga had like an anime of 12 to 26 episodes, if you want to adapt one-to-one, or, you know, add things here and there, right? Because it's only 20 chapters and they skip through a lot of stuff. Bro, that would have been amazing, man. You would make... I feel like people would love Drake a lot more than Leon. Yeah, guys, again, like, look at this. Like, I guess that works better for the BW poster with the chess piece and the sky and the paved road with the solid gray. Because it's like, at least Black and White, they knew what to do with Black and White. Like, Iris, Silent, and Ash... and even Pikachu, they are all in the corners. With X and Y, you don't see the companions, barely. Like, the Megas are alluring in the horizon, and we only meet Lucario after the second opening, so it's like, why tease them? You know? It's weird. Like, studying Pokemon posters, it's very, very interesting. Because it's also like, with Unova, you see some new species because Unova had a great dex. It feels like half of the Kalos dex is in the X and Y poster. Like, Clement's Apom arm has more poster length than Serena and Bonnie, bro. Yo, that would be so cool. Oh yeah, the Lysander plot of XYZ, they were copying Dr. Ziggurat from Beyblade Metal Fusion Metal Masters. Oh yeah, this was because, you know, like, it was the data joke in Journeys. That joke is stupid. Because at least when Ash was doing this, right? The Mr. Firewood, like, he was joking. He did not meant it intentionally. Like, bro, like, Ash was joking on this. Like, presentation matters. If you don't have good presentation, your joke has no punchline. Yeah, they never used the Pokeballs. The domino effect of Ash bringing Fampi to Owen, bro. Because there is one thing to discuss, right? Think about this for a moment. Also, if I was to replace Torkoal, it would be with Shelgon, because Shelgon basically does everything that Torkoal does and better. Even fire moves, right? Here's the kicker, right? Why is Tailo the Hoenn bird. I don't recall if Tailo comes before Pelipper in the decks or not, but in reality, Pelipper should be the Hoenn bird. You meet Wingull before you meet Tailo in the games, and you see Wingull way more than you see Tailo, right? Because it's a Nautical Sea region, right? Like, and you see Pidgeys and Johto, but Noctowl is labeled as the regional bird, right? So what makes the regional bird? Is there abundancy? It's their dex position? It's the fact that Ash has it or not? Like, if Ash had Pelipper, right? If he combined Swallow and Corphish, if Ash had Pelipper, would people see Pelipper as the regional bird instead of Swallow? Like, just some food for thought. Just something that I consider, you know? Oh yeah, I wanted a Ruinous Treasure movie, bro. Still do. We're really getting a season 2. Yeah, like Zaxel, bro. Bro, we got the season 2. It's Mega Voltage. Imagine the ZA starters being the Paldean. Yo, honestly, can you imagine you playing Legend ZA and the starters are the Paldean starters? So it's kind of like a Scarlet and Violet too. That would be a crazy twist, man. That would be like a crazy twist. I don't think we got one. AU where we get an OVA post Sun and Moon. Yeah, Lily meets her father in Pokepelago. And then we get an epilogue in Passio for Master ZX for Ash to challenge Lance. Honestly, yes. To a kinder... Bro. Gokoha would be the new Momokarun, bro. Yo, Lugia being the Turbo Granny would be crazy. New JN version post Ash. Yeah, starting in post the pandemic, 115 episodes. Bro. Horizon will start in January, not April. Bro, this will be so cool. Oh yeah, the flowers. Yeah, the flowers, like take care. Yeah. Bro, bro, because Ame from Amethyst, but also Rain, right, bro? The people in Paracarp Town, they do look like the Abyssal Protect, bro. They really do look like, what the hell? Why are they so similar in this way? What the hell, bro? Yeah, in the end, it wasn't like that, fair enough. Oh, this was another thing. Like, Terapagos speaks different syllables depending on the hero Pokemon. Like for Arboliva, he says Pagoha, Oriba. For Lapras, Rapurasu, he says Pagopaga. For Cleavor, Basagiri, he says Opaga-a. For Gouging Fire, Ugatsumu Homura, he says Pagopagogopa. For Moltres, Faya, he says Pago. Like, bro, did anyone ever caught this? Well, 600 people like it, so I hope. But no one really made a video on this. Because it's also like, how do you wouldn't even... Like, it also says a lot that, you know, people's informations only are known if you make a video on it, because people just like pretty pictures and they don't like to read. That's also part of the reason why I'm making this record for the library. It's that the things that I never like, bro. Anyways, Horizons may change pro tags mid-gen. Kinda, they introduced Alt, but they didn't change Roy, which is good. Dude, the Colossian Rillaboom reveal will be so crazy. To see Go in Journeys, bro, it will be so amazing, man. It is Roy in Freed's jacket, bro. It is Roy in Freed's jacket. Yo, they are. Like, bro. Liko getting Tepig. Like, Roy getting Totodile. And Dot getting Chikorita to touch grass. Or, you know, Dot gets Tepig, Liko gets Totodile, because it's very agitated, and Roy gets Chikorita, but the Ash fans will not like that. Yo, this series is gonna be amazing. Pokemon Calamity is gonna be peak, bro. In the anime, Zygarde had 2 cores and each could go to 100%. But in the game lore, half Zygarde is in X and Y, and in Sun and Moon there are 5 cores that each, you know, become... Like, that would be crazy. Can you imagine? Like, we only saw half a Zygarde, but we don't know how the anime of Horizon is gonna tackle the cores and the cells in terms of how to assemble them and how many are there, you know? Just some food for thought. Yo, Electric Meganium. Bro, it's gonna be fairy, bro. Yo, me praying for the 0.0% chance of Ash returning so that I can say with truth, confidence, and a smile on my face that his journey did indeed end in Kalos. Like, bro, can you imagine? Ash's journey ended in Kalos, not X and Y, but it ended in Kalos, bro. Yo, Charizard, fucking fighting type, bro. Dude, again, dude, they were planning this. The time skip, bro, they were planning this, and I was giving like, yeah, I was giving a Meteo armored teams. And I posted this again. Yo, Brock is a breeder with no Ditto, like how Tracy is a Sketcher with no Smeargle. Laquium is not of this planet. Bro, Arc 5, what were you doing? You could do a Jirachi Deoxys shit, like MPM did Latios and Latias. The Laqua Vivillon are sun pattern. That's Mexico, Madagascar, and Australia, bro. Bro. His Laqua in Madagascar or in Mexico. Bro. Oh yeah. Brute Root in Japanese is named Bernard because Banado. Bana from Fushigibana, Venusaur. That's amazing. What was this? Oh, it was the gauntlet. How far could he make it? In the original Kanto Gym Leaders, and in the Kalos, in the Sinnoh Gym Leaders, and the Kalos Gym Leaders. Let me know in the comments down below, how do you think Go makes it? Yo, an older Arven in ZA, bro. If they put... I wonder if they will put... Because, dude, the ZA DLC could easily be Kalos characters coming to Lumiose. But honestly, I know that people want to see Emmet, because we have the Garea of Lumiose like a train station, and I get it. However, I think it would be cool to see a Paldea character in ZA, only one. Maybe Nemona's father or mother, or both. I want to see Hoenn characters in ZA. Do the X and Y Aurus connection. I want to see Hoenn characters. Like, show us Juan. Juan was not in Aurus. Show us a Frontier Brain. Oh my, if they show us a Frontier Brain, like how they did with Annabelle in Sun and Moon, that would be crazy. Imagine if we see Brandon in ZA. Well, he would not be in the city though. Brandon would not be in the city though. Watson, because of the Mauville redevelopment of Aurus, bro, show us an older Watson. If they show us an older Ramos, they can show us an older Watson. Yo, this team for Ash would cook. This team for Ash would cook. Pidgeot would finally do something. Yo, Uruto, I love you, kid. Thank God you didn't turn out... Dude, thank God you didn't turn out to be like this. Bro, if you were like Vector, thank God you were... Dude, Kalos makes boys into men, bro. He should be a Draconid, bro. He meets Roy and Kalos, but then they go to Hoenn. The thing is that they go to Kalos because of ZA, And now we're gonna get a special with Emma and probably Corina's father, and I'm just here wondering, bro, they should have trained in Hoenn, in Meteor Falls. We never saw it in the Ash era. Yeah, this is a cool theory, I do like this. Like, you know, Crocodile is waiting for Charizard to return to evolve. Or, you know, like, bro, I hope he's not like Big Knight. At this point, Corina's dad, if it is Corina's dad, Master Mayonnaise, if that guy has Quaquaval, or if Nemona has Quaquaval because Liko chose Sprigatito and Nemona got Rabombi, Dot may have the same fate as, you know, Brock's Marshtomp. Like, her Quaxwell will not evolve, and Crocalor may only evolve at the end like Torracat or Combusken. Like, before like, did any of them evolved? Rockruff evolved. Rockruff evolved, bro. Rockruff evolved. This is funny. Bro, why are they so avert into making a shiny Eevee in the anime, a shiny Charizard, and a goddamn female Lucario? Bro. Oh my god, I was not cooking, chat. I was not cooking. Sableye prey on Carbink. Oh, this was even before we knew that Old was afraid of talking with woman. Yo, what was this? What was I thinking? Not a bad team though. I like, dude, this kid is amazing, bro. He's probably the most realistic 10-11-year-old written in the show after OS Ash. Because even a 10-year-olds like May, Dawn, and whatever, like, they are 10 because everyone is 10, but they are not acting like 10, and they are clearly not designed like 10. Like, yo, this was this is a proper homage, bro. This is a proper homage. Yo, Dot with Z moves. Yeah, we never saw Twinkle Tackle. Lovely Star Impact in Japanese. Yeah. Oh, with Penny, Team Star. Honestly, let's see. Crazy how Anipoke had 2 golden opportunities to do this with Ash. Have DP be Dawn, with Ash appearing as the red figure for a Heart Gold and Soul Silver arc. Use JN to discredit. Yeah. Yo. Why are they afraid of aging Ash, man? This is some Peter Pan bullshit. Like, Ash being older would not change his character. Look at anyone in Beyblade. Or, you know, even other people in other hobby anime or regular anime. Like, Ash would not, you know, change that much, really. Like, older Ash is not gonna be Sung Jin Woo. It's gonna be James, or older. Like, bro, like, Ash aging wouldn't resonate with the target audience. The target audience is irrelevant if the actual demographic are people above the age of 30. Now, here's the thing, I got some flack in terms of, you know, like, it's basically oh, they shouldn't make a show for kids if the majority of the people watching are not the kids. At this point, yeah. Like, if you know your audience, if you know that your audience are people watching in a specific age range that is continuously increasing, at this point you should make a separate anime for the children. But keep because why is Journeys making references to shows that the target audience wasn't even born or conceived? They are not gonna get it. They are just dumb little kids just watching pretty things on the screen and get no logic or media literacy after that. Bro, I made a thread. Yo, Gibeon, this guy could have cooked Bascule Legion for Lapras, Liligan for Bolivar, Articuno for Moltres, Terrakion for Entei, and Caesar for Cleavor, bro. The Galar road trip could have been Journey. Yeah, I tackled that. I did tackle that. Anipoke fans gotta learn that Japan takes spoiler culture. Yeah, because people are like, oh, are you spoiling in the... Like, no. the Japanese don't care about spoilers in that way that we Westerners do. Oh, tackling about the Team Rocket thing again. Yeah. They did. They did. They did. They did. They pretty much did, man. Back to the lab again. No adventure will top this one. Yeah, no, he didn't went back to the lab. He went 6 feet under, man. Bro, 1 year is doable. Yeah, because that's the thing, right? It's like they changed the kids' visuals, but everyone that has visuals from the games, they are still looking the same for brand synergy. And the thing is, they made 1 year time skip. They could have made 6 months. Nothing would have changed realistically. The thing is that they could not pass 1 year. Because even Saori Dan, when he make, you know, Eureka 7, like 20 years ago, even the finale of that show is like a 1 year time skip. That's why he did this here too, right? The thing is, it could not be beyond that. Because if it was like 2, 4, 7 years, you either risk too much time passing. I need to start doing it with the right hand. If it was more than 1 year, if it was like 2, 4, 7, you would risk either A, too much time passes and no one changes, or B, too much changes to the point of not being recognizable. Like, it would be like, oh, Liko is 13, 4 years passed, she's 17 now, but she still has only Meowscarada and Hatterene. What was she doing? What was she doing? She's only studying, she doesn't do battle, she doesn't venture, is she like on the run? Or you would, you know, too much time passes, you know, like Liko, 4 years pass, Liko goes from 13 to 17, and now she has like a plethora of Pokemon, and then you're like, why should I care about these fuckers? I didn't saw them. It's the issue that people have with Lucario, and that's only 1 month for 1 year. Arc 5 make July, yeah. Yeah. Dude, Spinel not being binding to a video game, it means that he's not scripted to lose, man. He's winning. He's winning, bro. Yeah, these are dorms. Why didn't Masagosa Academy use Violet Dorm and Scarlet Dorm, bro? Apparently Roy met Holt in Kalos, so my hopes for him to be a Draconite are slim. Still think Roy should have visited Hoenn instead. Dude, cause of Rayquaza! Yeah, cause of fucking Rayquaza. Cause of fucking Rayquaza. Yeah, like, but they're using Master Mayonnaise, so it really feels like... It feels like they wanted to use Corina and Gherkin without using Corina and Gherkin, and they used the missing link between Corina and Gherkin. It also is a mythology gag, because Roy's VA is Corina's. Yeah, they show like the little thing for Umbreon, bro. That's cute. That's actually really, really cute. Again, Daisato, Saori Dan, like the two goats. The foreshadowing, yeah, Freedino falling. Why are people saying his hair looks like Ogerpon? Yeah, why were people saying that? That's... Yo, 90 episodes in. Crazy. Better growth than Ash's Charizard. Like... Bro. I just feel like they don't know how to write Lucario anymore. It's a brand, not a character. Just a reminder, Freed is gone. Yo, AI Freed is gonna hit so hard, bro. If they do AI Freed, it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna be insane. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because the captain of the Orange Islands and that Ninetales, they were, you know, trapped in the Pokeball after their trainers passed. But now in this universe, like, If the trainer passes, the Pokemon are freed. It's what happens with the trainer in PLA. When they die, Enamoras becomes Kogitas again. Dude, they didn't show up in the opening. However, it would be cool. It would be cool. Arc 3 alternative, let me see. Let me see. Roy yo. This would have been so cool. Like, you know. Like, again, I just feel like it would be very, very cool if we got, you know, like Roy trains with the 8 gym leaders, right? And then we get Liko training with the 8 teachers. And then Dot would train with the league staff. Like, this would be amazing to see. It's like a cool alternative to, you know, the 3rd arc. Oh man, this would be so cool. The kids with the treasures. That would be crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yo, this would be insane. Ash ending in Diamond and Pearl, with his epilogue being Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yo, we need a shiny Charizard, bro. Spinel, come on. Yep, Time Flowers, bro. Her personal prompts and wants for an Ash Ketchum finale, because everyone wants an idea for what Ash should do and how he should end. Yeah, Gen 10 should go back to the gym leader formula. Like, not gonna lie, they really should go back to the gym leader formula. Honestly though, because Gen 2 shows Pokerus. Gen 2 does show Pokerus, bro. Man, why did Ash battle those bozos instead of Richie and Casey, bro? A formidable opponent. It was Roy. Sorry, Ann, it was Roy. Bro, I'm so sorry, Ann, it was Roy. Again, dude, this will be amazing. Look at this. This is amazing. Yo, this will be so cool. This was a cool lap. This was a cool thing. This was a very cool thing. Shout out to Lucas, man. 28, yeah. 28 years, man, and 29 of the franchise. Yo, I did so many what ifs, man. Dude, this would be so crazy if Go met Silver during Ash's MPM. This would be insane, bro. This would be such a cool battle, bro. Oloraichi Z and Sato Pika Z, bro. Bro, this would be peak battle, bro. Bro, this would be such a peak battle, bro. And then I made some new teams. Yo, Shiny Lapras for Iris still keeps on being amazing. And Shiny Gigalith for Ash. Let me know, what travel trio would you like? Alola or Galar? Man, I really give Ash Popplio, what the hell? This is Liko car. This is very much Liko car. Bro, that Lucario is a sore thumb, bro. Yo, Chandelure for now, but now she has Gimme Ghoul. In another world, this would be movie 5. It would be. Oh man, she lost the cheek marks. Yo, this would be so chaotic. This group would be chaos. Yeah, they did an amazing power jump, bro. Yeah, Ash's team and Ghost team, like alternate teams, of course. Like, bro, with rotations of 9, bro. The more time passes, the more I realize these teams were in opposite series. Unova team had immense training, but it was confined to the restrictions of Best Wishes, while the Journeys team just wanted to goof off. They wanted to goof around, but were obligated to meet battle standards. Warriors in circus, clowns in stadiums. Bro, yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much, bro. Oh, who I want for... honestly, yeah. These would be like cool people to challenge Ash. Yeah, Roy does abide to warm colors. Yo, yeah, Horizons will be the series with the most openings, bro. Yeah, bro, the Riolu. I was even talking with Richie, like, you know, Roy should have had a Gallade, or Lucario should have gone to Liko. Okay, so let's see, what more? What more do we have? Oh, it's not an ancient Pokeball, it's a Dusk Ball. It's a Dusk Ball. Yeah, the fans and the creators, they literally forgot what Aura is and what it was meant to be. Dude, Journeys would be peak if it was this. Go and Ash around the world and Chloe being the person behind the chair, bro. Saving the world instead of, you know, doing a world tournament, bro. Bro, this would be so cool. Yeah, why did we have a Binacle filler in XYZ? Binacle could have been used by Grant, you know, the wall climbing hand Pokemon? Bro. Yeah, Hyper Beam is always changing colors, but it's Laqueum infected here. It is very much Laqueum infected. Journey's team had more matches. Dragonite battling Avery, Nessa, and Argenta. Gengar fighting Clara, Cabo, and Thornton. Surfetch battling Bede, Milo, and The Rock, and Dracovish battling Hop, Gordy, and Dahlia. This would have been amazing. How far will she go? How far will she go? Yeah, maturing is realizing that Raichu was a victim of marketing circumstance and sabotaged the staff, gaslighted a whole generation, bro. Bro, Ash should have Raichu. He should have evolved Pikachu at the very end, bro. That's like a point of no return. No more marketing. No more marketing. Imagine if Ash evolved Pikachu in the end of Johto, right? And in every show, Ash has a hat, and Pikachu has the hat of the show prior. Bro. I do get that people would, if it would be the Alolan one, but the guy is Cantonian. The guy is Cantonian. Like, guys, come on. Yeah, but they got it in Kalos though. They got it in Lumios. Yeah, they're male Steelixes. Yeah, Ash trained his Pokemon, bro. Yo, honestly, yeah, like, bro, if imagine like Ash's Pokemon, you know, having Z moves in Unova. Normal for Pheasant. No, Flying for Pheasant, Normal for Oshawott, Fire for Pignite, Grass for Snivy, Fighting for Scraggy, Bug for Liveni, Water for Palpitoad, like Rock for Crocodile, and Steel for Boldor, bro. This is Savage Spinout, yeah. Yeah, they were Pokemon Ranger Pokemon. Yo, Smackdown and Sandtomb on Kilowattrel is diabolical setup, bro. It is the Pokemon League reception gate. Oh man, imagine if it was Murkrow. Imagine if they battled Murkrow, bro. I don't know, but if a character is still being talked about years after his departure in regards to inconsistencies and narrative contrivances, both in extreme by fans defending or retorting and sophisms, vitriol and whatever, yeah, maybe the character was never written better or good in the first place. It really wasn't. Yeah, Ash is not a good written character, my dudes. If Ash ended DP with a roster of 30, man. Yeah, Ash got money, bro. Bro, Ash is banking in Unova. It was Healing Wish, not Wish, but yeah. Bro, they really are echoing this Shadow Pokemon stuff with Horizons, man. I love it. Yeah, Molly got Mousehold. Allegedly, it's in the title thing. Again, yeah, because even the fast polys in the Master Quest opening, it's crazy. Ash's Dragonite with multi-skill ability. Roost, Dragon Dance, Steel Wing. Yo, non-flying and non-dragon moves will be crazy. Crazy, crazy setup. The Gen 9 Legendary. Yeah, it should be Ting Lu. I keep on saying, Ash's... It should be Ting Lu. I'm gonna save this to read later. Yeah, even the thing with the hair, bro. He's Daichi. Like, he's Daichi. All of the Alola Mons training with Mons of other gens for Ash to end an Alola would be cool. Yo, Coordinator Tobias, man. Coordinator Tobias is so funny. Then I was doing some Reddit stuff. Oh yeah. They are resting in hotels and not Pokemon centers. Rayquaza was unaffected because of airlock. Man, really, what could have been? Imagine Paradoxes leaving the crater and attacking Team Star bases. Bro, that would have... You could have combined so many plots together. The power-ups Ash got for the Kukui fight are absolutely crazy when you realize that Picture 1 was the team he had 6 episodes before Torracat evolved. 3 evolutions, 1 off screen, is the biggest shonen setup I've seen for a telegraphed victory. Imagine if this was done for other leagues. Just like, dudes, you gotta realize one thing, right? You know, Alola was really much set up to be, you know, Ash's victory, right? But his team, man, they had to juice him up. People say that Kalos is the shonen show. Ash gets shonen power-ups in Sun and Moon, bro. Like, guys, do you think he was... Look at his team. Guys. Guys. Oh yeah, this was me, you know, talking about the Golden Week. Oh yeah, the Dragon Tamers being female only, it's not to the games. They talk with Hassel because he's from Blackthorn. There are several dragon clans. Man, this guy was hibernating. Yo, cook his ass, Liko. Telling him that he has bravado and not strength. It was not Zera Aura. Thankfully it was not the Zera Aura from the Terra League, bro. If Reed returns with Zera Aura replacing Pikachu, bro, no. Dude, if it was Deoxys, that would be crazy. It would be crazy if it was Deoxys. If Tobias' team was accurate to Takuto's 2009 senior TCG deck. Yo, imagine Ash fighting a Mewtwo in the Sinnoh League. And this is his team now. Takuto's team in TCG, bro. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not like the other. It's a legend on itself, but bro. Yeah, bro, the fucking 27 episode gap. Bro. 27 episode gap. It's 8 months. Right? Because of breaks. It's not. It was a dragon, not that dragon, but it was a dragon. Yo, Gen 10 being the Netherlands would be cool. If everyone battled everyone, the champions. Bro, if all the champions battled everyone. This would have to be like 40 episodes long, like the Dark Tournament. And it would have to be like 3v3s. Yeah, man. Ash is crazy. Go over things, Ash doesn't think. Chloe's genuinely concerned, and yeah, okay, fair. Bro, this 31 years before the Bastille. Back when Journeys was announced as PM 2019, I low-key thought it was gonna be a reboot of Ash, following the adventures of his I Choose You self because of the logo colors. A world where his past with companions and Pokemon was different. A gamified mythos for... It was a gamified mythos for the general audience, but they still use the same Ash and the same past. Like, just for you to get an idea, right? Wait. Oh. Just for you to get an idea, right? Look at Charizard with a baby Charmander. I was under the impression that this was Charizard's kid, right? And Cerise Labs, we had no idea what that was. I was under the impression that it was, the Pokemon Mansion in Cinnabar Island that has the Mew docks, or that it was, Celadon University. Lilo and... Yeah, how come there is no... Like, bro, there's only 2 Hawaiian roller coaster ride AMVs about the Sun and Moon series. This was me making a team for Ash. Oh, man. The beta, the Terra leak about another Mewtwo, the female one from the movies. Bro. The 7 things, the 7 things in question that are... There are 7 bad things in BW and 4 of them are fights. What many people fail to realize is that even if Pokemon is an anime for everybody, they rested on their laurels of comfort too much at times, to the point of not even trying because hardcore superfans will stay around. Like third versions, DLC spin-offs, Pokemon is just another ad. Yeah. As much as Anipoke is for everybody, the depiction of that for general audiences isn't that at all. Presentation and first impressions matter. During 2004 to 2012, a lot of fan subs never got translated episodes, or if they did, it was between 5 days to 6 months after, because even the people who were fan subbing anime, they never considered Pokemon a real anime. Yeah, man, bro, Elekid, you should have evolved, man. Yo, so many cooks in the kitchen. I fucking hate this Chinese outsourcing that Pokemon does, bro. Did a podcast. Yeah, because it was the chubby Lycanroc. This is cool. This is actually cool. It's a little nod to Ash. I really do appreciate this. Using items effectively, bro. You don't use items. You don't use items. Yeah, he didn't met Grusha. Most overlooked feat in all of the anime is Gliscor flying over Sinnoh's East Sea to get... Yo, this guy flew over an entire sea. Bro, this Gliscor was cooking, bro. People on Anipoke Reddit for real trying to prove that Best Wishes isn't canon. Guys, Alexa, Team Rocket, Delia and Oak, Charizard, bro, come on. What do you mean it's not canon? This would be a great team for Roy. All warm colors and all different, Terra types. But he would have 2 electrics, 2 fightings, and 2 fires. Actually crazy. Orla saw Freed and Roy, and now it's obscure. Yo, I love the framing, it's cool. Cap isn't Roy's Pokemon. Pika wasn't Yellow's either. Ratings have been going downhill since inception. For the record, these are TV Tokyo live views measured in millions by the Japanese people, not IMDb subjective ratings. Story quality means nothing when the show gets progressively worse because the anime market is oversaturated with competition. Yeah, like look at this. The ratings are always getting low. Every show starts strong. Like you see it starts strong and then it's downhill. Only DP is consistent, kinda, but everyone starts strong and then it goes. Like look at X and Y and Sun and Moon, and people are, making comparisons. Like, dog, come on. Like, guys. Bro, and even compared to MPM and Horizons. If PocketMonsters.net basically didn't want it to sub the anime after Alola, and they didn't want it to measure the ratings enough, guys, I want for you to put this in context. the Chloe filler with Clefairy, the Chloe filler has more viewership than Ash vs. Leon in its entirety. Okay? Oh my goodness, bro. I'm seeing the future, bro. This would be cool. XY Ash with, you know, Poncho Leomon, bro. With Bancho Leomon. Not Poncho, Bancho. Yeah. Liko is Juliana. They should have traded. They should have had the opposite mods, man, bro. How come Burgundy gets 4 and Silent gets 3? Eevee Grove of the TCG. Bro, Lucarios cannot lose. Bro, Lucarios cannot lose. I hate this Jackal, bro. A third evolution would be amazing. Oh yeah, calculators. Man, I did a calculator stat. Like, bro. Poor Pawmot, bro. Yeah, the ponytail thing, that's cool too. Liko will be remembered as the Armor Rouge trainer instead of just a trainer with an Armor Rouge. Just like how Ash, you know, is remembered as a Lucario trainer, not the Lucario trainer, you know? It should have been Roaring Moon, man. Why is it Dragonite? Yeah, Dusk Ball for caves, you know, Dratini are in caves, but Lucario's too close. Yo, bro. Cause of defense drop, bro. Dude, exactly. Nemona doesn't even use Stab, Double Shock, and doesn't even use Dig, because they didn't know how to use Dig with the Terra Crown. This is diabolical setup, bro. This is Yo, what's this? Licoroy Departure, Sparkling of Terrapagos, Terrastal Debut, Heavens... Yo! The Rogue Laquium infected Mega Evolutions are gonna be the Chimera Ants, bro. Hunter, bro. Yeah, it would be crazy if Horizons, like, for the next, not these next 6 months, but after, for like the other 6 months or the other year, they would change Pro Tags in the same generation. The Adventures manga did that twice, with Emerald and Yellow. Yeah, both series are good, bro. Yeah, people gotta realize, like, 10 out of 10 moments in Pokemon, they are 4 out of 10s compared to the other anime. They are 4 out of 10s. Oh yeah, Pericarp in Laqua. Because, you know, fruits, you know, oranges and grapes. Dude, it would be so cool if Gligar had more screen time, bro. Like, bro, why isn't Gengar in the Fantina fight? Bro, Chimchar, why are you getting all... Man, Chimchar, why? Why, Chimchar, why? No one in the right mind calls Gen 3 as this. I hope not. Oh yeah, they made Iris a champion. They were planning Champion Iris in the same week that she defeats Ash in the... Okay. Yeah, my paralyzed Pokemon. What's this? Maybe this is why Ash's Pikachu didn't use static after Roxy. Man, it should have said 15, man. Did a little thing here and I'm like, bro, I just did like a little edit where I replaced 10 for 15 and I'm like, man, it really works well. Yeah, Sparkling of Terrapagos that has no Sparkling and no Terrapagos. It was in the Bay of Biscay, bro, like in no man's land, bro, like between, bro. Yeah, they use this guy a lot in OS. Well, not a lot, but like, you know, 3 times, but it's like, it's with this more than twice. This guy gets 3 full names, bro. The Smeargle trainer from Whitestone gets 3 names. Oh yeah, this is why Virgil is named Virgil. Maria. Yeah, it was in the closed captions and in the credits. They never say her name, but it's there. Bro, yo, Twitter Junior, bro. Fucking Twitter Junior. I don't know, man. I don't know. She'll kick your ass gently and rapidly. Yeah. The Orange League got... Yo, and Lance, yeah. The blood thickens. Oh, yeah. The Mega Shards. Bro, this formatting is bonkers, bro. This formatting is absolute bonkers. Yeah, Ludlow only got a new fishing rod during the time skip. Man, Team Rocket is so funny. It's not the backstory yet, but we got the trailer for it. Man, these guys should have all Mega Evolved. They should have all Mega Evolved together. Bro, Horizon is so peak. Look at this. Like, Dot gets Pokemon that are influenced, or are influences to one another, right? Quaxwell is outgoing, Tinkaton is a go-getter, Gimmighoul controls people, and then you have Liko, right? Meowscarada has Scent, Hatchram picks emotions, Terapagos has energy signals, Charcadet is chivalrous, and you know, they are all resting, like sunbathing, Liko's hoodie, in a pendant, in the ruins. Like, I love this team. I love this team so much, bro. Yeah, every time I have to watch an episode, it starts like this, and I'm like, bruh, update that shit. I like how far they came, bro. Bro, she should have been the one with Mega Dragonite. She should have been the one with Mega Dragonite, bro. Yeah, Freed. Yo, Freed returning with Gengar. Is that the Poisonmon? Is that the Poisonmon if not for Diana's Revavroom? Yeah, they always change the colors of Dragonite's wings. It's weird. Yeah, this was not a good tournament. People gotta realize that Ash's Mon's returning in... Yeah, like, bro. Deep... Like, the Sinnoh League, for all intents and purposes, in terms of returning Mons, it's a miracle. Because these guys got highly sabotaged by the ones below. Now, not really sabotaged by the characters, but, you know, by the studio changing teams in the staff during Sinnoh League victors. Season 13 just sets up these two to failure and no finale. Even when Ash defeats Paul, it's merely Infernape defeating Paul. Ash defeats Paul and Paul like, yeah, fine, whatever. And Paul doesn't really get Ash after the fact, bro. Yeah, the lack of reserves are an issue of the entirety of the 2010s. Journeys just failed to correct that decade-long mistake. Honestly, with Sand, yo, Dot with V-Rebel, they even have like the little cord behind them, bro. It would be so cool. One thing that the anime did better than the games. Contests! Contests. Yeah, Halan got robbed of a job. Bro, Sycamore has anime references in ZA, but he got unemployed, so what's the point, bro? Yo, Kalos should have been, you know, a continuation of BW proper, bro. And Barry never met. Yo, and we got Emma. Yo, can you guys imagine if the anime Emma got the expansion suit not because of Zero Sick and Team Flare, but because of Spinel and the Explorers? Spinel would be the type of guy to do that. Yo. Man, this guy is funny, bro. Like Quaquava looking cosplay. Yo. Honestly, can you imagine Roy having these four dudes? Like a mega looking team? Dude, I love these mons. I love these mons a lot, bro. Yo, yeah, bro. Time passes, bro. Time just passes, bro. Baron remeeting the... Yo, yeah, we need to kind of go to Blueberry at one point. Just for a pit stop, because Briar has information on Terapagos now. She's writing the white book. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, it's the same writers, bro. Unfortunately, they didn't really learn much. Yeah, how is this? It's not a reboot, bro. Close enough, welcome back. Yo, Mega Lucha is so cool. This guy was holding, yo, even the sky, bro. Holucha is so cool, bro. Again, these are the Pokemon that I feel like that's gonna, you know, they may be it, but if Rayquaza doesn't return, these are it. If Rayquaza returns, put Moltres on Dark, Rayquaza stays on Flying, and Sableye goes to Ghost, and so therefore Amber is not part of this equation. But defeating the explorers with the friends you made along the way, peak cinema. Absolute peak cinema, bro. And they would be using, you know, the airship Pokemon maybe, and they don't use the starters for this. But alas. Yeah, I like this team for Silent. And this team for Gibeon. And this is gonna be my last post. This should have been the peak traveling trio. And I like how like the low it ends with, you know, what could have been. I do like that a lot. It's funny. But yeah, it ends. It's over. You can go home. I'm kidding. I do appreciate y'all presence on this. Make sure to, you know, support the channel. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. More videos will soon come. And if you like Pokemon, make sure to, you know, be around. I'll see you another time. Take care, trainers. KuroBlitz out. Bye bye. Bye bye.